Hello and welcome. Just wanted to make a quick video to show you how to make a GIF from your After Effects project, composition, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, After Effects does not have the ability to make a GIF, which is sad in my opinion, but we'll have to deal with that in our own way. And that way is to make a movie of it from After Effects. We're going to render a movie, and then we're going to import that movie into Photoshop and make a GIF from there. So let's play my animation. You've probably seen this before. I will fit the window, we can see it. So slide in and roll out. We need to first render it. So we'll go into the File menu, Export, and Add to Render Queue. So you will be doing this a few times now over the next couple weeks. So yeah, take note of this. Export, add to render queue. That gives me my render queue, and there's all these little blue links down here. So pay attention to these blue links. And I showed you in a previous video how to name it. You're going to click on this little blue link here for the file name, output to. This might say not yet specified on your computer. So we'll click on that, and we'll just take a look and see where it's going. This one's on the desktop, and I'm going to call this, because this was position, rotation. File format is QuickTime, yes. We'll hit save. And then lastly, we need to click render. So don't forget this last step, because this will actually render it. You should hear a little buzz. I have my thing muted. I guess I didn't, but yeah, you should hear a little chime. That means that you have successfully rendered your file. So now we're going to go to Photoshop, not to the desktop, even though my file is there. So we go to Photoshop first, and we need to import it into Photoshop in a very special way. So that is under the File menu, and we're going to choose Import Video Frames to Layers. So what that's going to do is going to take every frame of my animation and create a separate layer for it in Photoshop, and then Photoshop is going to animate those layers for us. So we do that, and it's going to take this little window. This process is not the most efficient. Yours might be a little slower than this. I'm going to look on my desktop, double click on position and rotation, hit OK. All these default options just keep the same. Definitely want to make sure make frame animation is checked. Click OK. So now if we look in layers, you see I've got layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and it changes as it goes across. So yeah, I've got a 90 layer document in Photoshop. That's why it's kind of slow moving when you do this action here. Now if you want to preview your animation, Photoshop will play it. If we look under the window menu, choose timeline, and then we'll hit play. And you'll notice it's actually going significantly slower than it was in After Effects. That is okay. Photoshop is just kind of choking on all these layers here. So don't judge the kind of pace of this animation from how Photoshop is playing it. We just want to make sure it works. Yeah. Go into the File menu, and rather than choose Save As, which is what you probably used to, we're going to export this under the Save for Web Legacy option. So back in the day when I was your age, Save for the Web was not legacy. Now it is old school, making GIFs. Okay, so that's it. Here's our little GIF making window. You want to make sure that the file format is GIF, and that your looping options say forever, so that it will loop forever and ever and ever. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You can resize here if you want to. 640 by 480 is working pretty well, I think, so we'll keep that. And I'm going to click Save. I'll name this position and rotation. So I'm going to post this on my WordPress for an example. Click Save. And then finally, to test this guy, we're going to look at my desktop, and I'm going to take this GIF, and if you double click on it, it's going to likely open in this preview application, which is just going to show you all the frames. If you want it to play, click and drag that file to your browser. That will open up your web browser and play the GIF. And it's looking great and it's playing great. So put that in your WordPress, submit, and have a good day.